What is going on, guys? Slick B here, and today we're going to be talking about Escape from Tarkov. Now, I've been following this game for a little while. I've been getting dev reports and stuff like that. I signed up for the newsletter maybe 5 or 6 months ago when Devil Dog mentioned something about it to me. Wanted to get in the alpha, and obviously I'm still interested. I'm still trying to get into playing as fast as I possibly can. Now, this game is a very... I wouldn't say it's a very unique concept. It's been done before, but not necessarily standalone, and from what I've seen, it looks pretty damn good. Now, it's kind of like a DayZ game, right? Like a DayZ standalone without zombies. It's not a zombie apocalypse. It is set in Tarkov, and what happened is pretty much corruption. Something has gone awry in the government, and these two factions are fighting, and there's, scavengers and everybody just trying to survive in this area. The borders of the region have been blocked off by UN and Russian military forces, so you're basically in a war zone surrounded by the UN and Russia. They don't want anybody coming in or out. So what's left is a complete war zone, no supply lines, everything else is cut off. It is a first-person action RPG, you see the Playboy right there, action RPG simulator with MMO features, apparently. There are raids and stuff like that, so it's kind of like a Destiny, maybe, without, obviously, the Destiny setting. There's no spaceships or moon. It's set in a realistic setting. Now, ammo is going to be short. You go around looting. It's going to be a big aspect of the game. You're going to team up with people you see, and you can choose between one of two factions, the USCC or the Bear faction, BAR, or USEC, whatever you'd like to call them. Now, from reading off the website, I have the website to my left because I didn't want to write a script, but I did want to read it and go back, and you guys can obviously go read it for yourself. The link is going to be in the description. They do have a release date on this game, and they also have the packs you can buy. I believe the most expensive pack is $130, and then you would get access to the alpha of the game. I don't know how many of you guys would go and do that. I might do that personally, just so I can get access to this, cover it as soon as I possibly can. It seems to be a pretty heavily weighted game, and if you don't know about it and you're new, I'm trying to show you now. But yeah, it is a pretty built-up area. In Russia, it's like a Russian setting. It's, kind of seems cold. I don't know. We've seen this setting before. It looks kind of like the Arma 2 map, I would say, or even the Arma 3 DayZ map. Very similar features. Now, there are a couple things that are a little unique, I guess, and that I've picked apart from reading through the various, button state. Why would I say button? Like pointed out statements. There are this thing called scavs, right? So scavengers are AI people. It says AI, right? Confront AI-driven civilian savage scavengers. And they have preset weapons and loot. So these are like preset guys. Maybe they're determined on your level or such. They go along your level. You find them throughout the, your exploration. You have to fight them. They're going to be hostile towards you. Now, there's another bullet point that says, no need to worry about death. You will not lose anything from your main character. Now, this makes me think that you can play as a scav. Although it says that they're AI, it says you won't lose anything from your main character. If you're not playing on your main character, what would you be playing on? So I don't know if anybody's picked up on this, if you've read the newsletter or what's on the website. But if you could play as a scav, that would be pretty interesting, right? So you could play as somebody who doesn't have necessarily their own loot. You're not going to progress through the game, but you're just there to mess with other people. And I know so many people who like to troll like that, myself included. I would love to do that. And it says, get out alive while playing scav and transfer his loot to your main character. Obviously this is a Russian company. It's Battlestate Games, so some of the translations aren't here. I would say get out alive while playing scav and transfer his loot to your main character. It's a little obscure what they mean by that, but what I'm gonna assume from it is get out alive when you're playing as a scav, and you can transfer the loot that you get while being a scav to your main character. But yeah, experience a large amount of non-combat activities. So I don't know what that means necessarily. Maybe NPCs, merchants, you can communicate, trade, buy stuff from a black market sort of thing. They're trying to build their own infrastructure within the game through this chaos that has happened. Become a trader with your own store, so there's base building aspects. Adapt to the economy, which changes in a real time according to other players, operations, and events controlled by AI. So every map is going to be a little different depending on the server maybe, and that's going to have its own economy to scale, which is pretty interesting to me. Work with your stash, heal your character, repair and modify weapons, examine items, chat, and learn gossip. All pretty interesting things. It sounds kind of like what I like to do. You know, a survival game is pretty dope. Now, when it's taken to this level, when there's their own economies that affect how the game is played and affect how you barter and trade, it's pretty interesting, right? My biggest thing that I look for is I want a reason not to kill people. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to see somebody and I want to be like, looking at the person like, should I kill him? Or maybe he could help me. So that's the real thing that I hope that they can capture. The gunplay looks pretty cool, and you'll see later on, I don't know if they've already showed it, but there's a pretty intense weapon modification thing, and the ballistics character is pretty in-depth. So, like, you can see in the top left right now, you got shot in the chest, so that's going to affect your chest. I don't know, you know, maybe breathing, maybe stamina, running, you got shot in the chest. Arms, it's going to affect your aiming. Head might affect your vision, such like that. Maybe you just die, it's an instant headshot. But it's pretty interesting. You can upgrade your character. There's a pretty in-depth screen. You can carry body armor. You have to heal yourself with a variety of different medications and, you know, syringes and stuff like that that you find throughout the area. I would call it a wasteland, but it's not really a wasteland. You know what I'm saying? The weapon modification you'll see later, definitely. There's an AK-47 that he finds, and you can just see everything you could put on this thing. You could change ammo types. You can put silencers on it. You can put scopes on it. You can modify, change the grip. I don't know if that has any effect on it, but instead of the wood grip, he put a plastic grip on it, or a black matte plastic grip, or maybe it's not plastic, some type of other thing, metal. But it's pretty cool. There's flashlights and lasers on your pistols. You can carry different, you know, holsters and stuff like that. Now, earlier on, the character walked past some gas cans. Makes me think that there's not going to be vehicles in this game. I don't know how big the map is. That might be shown somewhere else, but I'm thinking there might not be vehicles just based on, you know, walking past the gas cans and stuff like that, or maybe there is. I don't know, but from what I've seen, I haven't personally seen any vehicle combat, so I don't know. But I like the whole idea of, you know, banding up with your friends and, you know, attacking this wasteland and trying to survive the best of your abilities. I just think it looks pretty cool. Now, this is just a quick selection of gameplay. They did a 28-minute long alpha live stream. You can check that out. Link will be in the description. This is just some footage from it. I'm not going to go on and talk anymore. I'm kind of running out of points to talk about. I just want to inform you guys, if you haven't heard about this game, to go check it out. It looks pretty awesome. And if you have heard about this game, I hope you enjoyed my speculation and points. As always, it's been your boy Slick. I will definitely cover this when I am able to. I think he finds the AK here, yeah. So there's an AK on the table there, and I'll let that play out so you can see the customization screen. Check the description for the links to this game. Go sign up for the newsletters and stuff like that. See you guys in the next one. Peace.